I'd like for you to think about something for a minute. What did you want to be when you grew up? I'm talking about the question that you were asked when you were between 7 and 9 years old. It happens to all of us. What did you want to be when you grew up? And are you doing it now? Welcome back to Fred's Food for Thought. That's a question that I posed to some attendees at one of my recent conferences. And I get a surprising number of answers when I ask that question. But one thing that does hold true, when people reflect upon what they wanted to be when they were 7, 8, or 9 years old, as opposed to what they're doing today, 85% responded that they are not doing today what they wanted to do when they were 7, 8, or 9 years old. It happens to all of us. I think at 7, 8, or 9, we get to that level of independent thinking, and people are curious. They want to know, what do you want to be when you grow up? And of course, the standard answers in a lot of cases are, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a fireman, I want to be an actor or singer, I want to be a lawyer. And unfortunately, so many times we get directed away from that dream and away from that vision by people who really care about us and are interested in what we develop into. Their intentions are good, but what happens at that early age between 7 and 9, we begin to rethink our choices. And we carry that throughout life, unfortunately. And it's not until much later in the game do we really come to believe what we know about ourselves and take ownership of it. So that first step for all of us is to touch back and understand, why did we want to be a teacher, a firefighter, a doctor, a lawyer, or in my case, a cowboy? Yep, I wanted to be a cowboy. I had visions of the Big R Ranch. You see, I grew up in an era of westerns on Saturday afternoon. Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, the Cisco Kid. And I wanted to be just like them. Obviously, you can see I'm not. I'm not a cowboy. But I do know this. Wherever you are in life today is a reflection of what you wanted to be when you were very young. Maybe you are not specifically a teacher, but maybe you are teaching others. Maybe you are helping other people progress in whatever your line of work is. Maybe you're not a doctor, but maybe you're helping people who are in conflict, people who are suffering. You're reaching out. Maybe you're finding solutions. As for me, being a cowboy, what did I like? It wasn't the shoot-'em-up cowboy. Roy Rogers was my hero. And what did Roy Rogers do? He came to the rescue, he saved people from bad guys, and he rode off into the sunset with a beautiful wife. Well, I'm not a cowboy, but I can tell you this, that I do my best to help people as much as I can and to help them when they're struggling. And while I didn't ride into the sunset on a horse with a beautiful wife, I do have that beautiful wife who rides into the sunset with me every day. Until next time, I'm Fred Reggie. Thanks for watching, and please share this.
Happy trails.